It has been a week. It has been a crazy week, and I just wanted to take some time today to sit down with this novel idea that I have and take the next step. For me, I'm still in the process of trying to really understand what the mood is for this novel, the atmosphere, the vibe. Again, I'm at a loss for a word here, as I was in the last video, but I think there's no better way to do that than music. If you're new here, which you probably are because I think I have 3 videos on my channel so far, my name is Greta and I'm in the process of writing my second novel, and I wanted to document this whole journey of how I'm going about creating a novel, and today I'm going to create a writing playlist. Now, for the last novel I wrote, I can't remember exactly what I did, but I think I just listened to random playlists. I don't even know if Spotify was around back then. I don't think so. But I would just listen to random playlists, and I do remember I was spending a lot of time skipping songs. I personally can't write to anything with lyrics. It needs to be instrumental. Now, writing a book is hard, and first drafts for me are especially painful. So what I'm trying to do in this whole planning process is just set myself up for success and do whatever I can to make the time that I'm in the drafting phase a lot easier. And so creating a playlist that I know I can just hit play, I don't have to spend time skipping songs, and I know it matches the mood of this novel that I'm writing perfectly, I think is going to be a big help. So that's what I'm doing today. Now, this is for my new book that I'm coming up with. Right now I'm calling it Project Porava. Obviously, I know there is no right or wrong way to do this. Every author is different. Some writers like to create playlists for each of their characters. Now, I really haven't even explored my characters in depth that much yet, so I won't be doing that, and honestly, that just seems too extensive for me. What I imagine I'm going to do, but I won't know till I am in Spotify and kind of playing around, what I think I'm going to do is structure it per act. Again, you might feel as a writer that you want to create this playlist after you already have your scenes and you know exactly what's going to happen. For me, I'm following the 3-act structure. I also know what themes are going to be in the story. So I have an idea of the kind of music I'm going to want during different chapters and different sections of the novel. For example, I know I'm gonna want some slower, more sad music during like the midpoint low, for example. I know I'm going to want some more triumphant music during the highs. So I don't feel like I need a scene by scene outline yet to create this playlist, but you might feel like you need that. Like I said, personally, I just want to jump in, and I think this is going to actually help me in the brainstorming phase get an idea of the general mood and vibe of the book. Okay, I'm going to head into Spotify. I will share my screen and take you through my process, and then I'll see you back here. All right, I just opened up Spotify and I'm going to go ahead and add a new playlist folder, and I'm going to change the name to Project Porava. Within this folder, I want to go ahead and create separate playlists for the different acts. I think that's going to be the most helpful when writing. And then I'm just reorganizing these. Okay, that looks good. So I've been adding music for probably the last 30-40 minutes. I wanted to say that in the Pinterest video, I spoke a lot about using keywords, and you're definitely going to want to play around with your keywords here too. For example, you can just search different keywords, look up different playlists. You'll be shocked by how many writing playlists there are out there that can inspire you. You really don't have to start from scratch. But I just went through and typed in a bunch of different keywords. So let me take you through each of my playlists and where I've kind of landed, and I'm going to keep adding to this. But this Act 1 playlist, I tried to do a lot of Hawaiian-inspired music, a lot of ukulele, chants, drums, things like that will help me kind of write about Hawaii because that's where the story is starting off. Also, of course, included some on Zimmer from Pirates of the Caribbean, and also found, I believe it's Stephen Warbeck. He did the soundtrack for a movie about the Princess of Hawaii. So I found this music fit really well for Act 1. Act 1, we have the setup, the catalyst, the debate, and then the break into Act 2. So I tried to add some music that was a little bit more intense. For example, like these here that will really push me into writing Act 2. We have the Act 2A playlist here, and in Act 2 there's going to be the promise of the premise, the midpoint high and the midpoint low. So I did a lot more kind of romantic music here. I was really inspired by the Pride and Prejudice soundtrack and also some Bridgerton music. In Act 2B, we have the raising of the stakes, the end of the Act 2 high, and the end of the Act 2 low. So again, just being inspired by those beats here when selecting this music. This is also when I'm expecting that they will arrive to another island in French Polynesia coming from Hawaii. So I've been adding some Tahitian music here. And then Act 3, which is a very short act. You have usually the showdown and the final scene. So this is where I'm grabbing the real like dramatic music that's very triumphant, and I have that here. I just really quickly wanted to touch on the fact that Spotify has an amazing algorithm. So make sure that you're checking out the recommended below each of your playlists. They really recommend some great songs. And so I'm going to keep adding to this over the next few days. And this is just where I'm at so far. And I hope it's inspiring for you. All right, I just finished my playlist and I'm already so excited to start writing. But in order to write this novel, I need to develop my characters and also hone in on my idea. And I think I'm going to use the snowflake method for that. So I'll be doing that in my next videos. I hope you'll join me there. And until I see you next time, take care.